Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Oosh Brothers Podcast. Firstly, we have to make our apologies for last week. I think both of us had a huge case of the couldn't be fuckeds. To be completely honest, it was a big week last week. I had a couple of gigs. I was feeling pretty burnt out. A lot of stuff going on at the Malloy and Louis households, respectively. So we decided to take a week off, take some R&R, and just enjoy some time. Just doing our own thing. But we're back, and we love you very much, and we're very sorry. Thanks to those who reached out and said, where the fuck is the podcast episode this week? And I did respond to you in due course. I think I did. I'm sorry if I didn't, but here we are. So this episode, there's a lot that's happened in the world this week. There is some crazy fucking shit that's gone on this week, and not hugely a political channel here, but obviously there's some pretty fucking glaring omissions that we need to make, especially over the last sort of few days, which have been pretty fucking crazy. But before we kick into that, let's just do a quick round of check-ins. As always, it is your boy Baby Malloy, and joined with me at the hip, and from the womb to the tomb is my younger brother Louis. In terms of check-ins, bro, fucking how's it?
It's good, dude. It's been a hell of a couple of weeks.
Yep.
We I worked 3 days last week. I've had a 5-day weekend. I'm not going back to work till Wednesday, which is good. Borderlands 4 came out, and I stayed up all night. Got released at 4 a.m, installed it. The bro woke up a bit late. We started jamming at 6. And then we jammed it, I think, for about 12 hours on the first day. And we've just kind of been slogging through it. It's been awesome. Great game. I'm seeing a lot of discourse online like, they peaked with Borderlands 2. It's just not that good. It's like, firstly, shut the fuck up. Okay? It's a solid game. It's the biggest Borderlands they've ever made. Give it a chance. It's all still the early days. And secondly, just shut the fuck up. Cry about something else.
Fair.
But yeah, other than that, it's been super chill. The video also went up the same day Borderlands came out, and it's actually been pumping along real nicely. I've had some real nice comments. I had a comment from a dude that was actually a right winger, not a football position. But he said his comment was 20 seconds is where most sensible people click off, and I said, "Thanks for watching." To which he responded with the most Reddit moderator, Reddit Dungeon Dweller Discord moderator comment ever, when he was like, "Aha, but there's a caveat, I didn't." It's like, alright bro, you still have engaged with the video enough to leave a comment and a dislike, so I think that actually helps me out quite a bit, so thank you for that. We did a bit of research. He's actually a bit of a piece of shit. He basically just doesn't like anyone that isn't a white straight person, which is kind of gay, actually. They are it's genuinely some of the most closeted people are right wingers, because it's like, I just only hang out with men. It's like
straight white men, not even straight females. White men.
I just like the company of men. That's gay. That is fully 100% gay. But I mean, shout out to him for leaving a comment and for watching at least 20 seconds of the video.
And shout out to the LGBTQ plus community. You got a lot of fake people claiming to be a part of your organization, and most of them are Republicans. So, it is what it is.
I mean, when this happened a while ago, but when the RNC was, when that was happening, Grindr, the app Grindr, their usage goes up so much that the app nearly crashes. Because it's like, oh, weird. It's almost like closeted Republicans are using that just to get their backs blown out. And then be like, actually, I don't like gays, but I'll fuck them. I just don't like them.
I just don't like them.
It's like, come on, just accept fate for what you really are, and then we could all move on. Because a lot of, I've been listening to some podcasts about, dictators from the past. So, I'm listening to one about Che Guevara and, how he had, such an impact on Fidel Castro. And the shit that they wrote about each other is gay.
Yeah, bro.
It's, full on, Fidel Castro, he was just so impressive, and I just have such a yearning to be a man like him. And then Fidel Castro would say about Che Guevara, like, it was such a strong young man with principles and power, and it's like, that's gay.
Yeah.
That's full on homoeroticism.
It's like
dictators.
Donald Trump talking about Arnold Palmer is the same vibe.
Yeah,
what a man!
Yeah, it talks about
what a man with the size of his hands. It's like, what the fuck?
Huge. Yeah, talking about the size of his dick. Like, I'll talk about the size of our dicks with the boys, but it's like, I'm not talking about it lovingly. I'm just saying, like, he's got a chopper on him.
I'm not pining for a dick. You know what I mean?
I'm not pining for Arnie Palmer's dick. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that the boys have got some choppers on.
Hard.
But yeah, so the video went up. Let's loop it back around. The video went up. It's chugging along nicely. It's gotten me a few more subs. I'm nearly at 200. Big day.
Oosh.
Some would call it viral. Actually,
yeah. They call me the the most viral man.
Yeah. But yeah, so no, it's chugging along. I'm about I think 7 minutes, and I'm 7 minutes into editing the video, but that's like a full final edit. It's probably about 40% done, I reckon. So I should be able to get that up when I have it scheduled for release in a month. So on October the 17th, which is a Friday. If not by then, it'll be the 24th, so the Friday after.
Nice.
And then I have another video idea that I'm going to plow along with. Do you remember the Nokia Engage?
Sorry, it keeps you get like halfway through a sentence and it cuts out. I reckon we turn off our video feeds because it's probably using up a lot of the bandwidth.
All right, hang on. So, do you remember the Nokia Engage?
The phone?
Well, it wasn't. It was a phone / handheld game console.
I do not in that case.
So it was essentially the first mobile handheld console. So I'm going to make a video on that because I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, it is.
And it should be a relatively short video.
Here's hoping.
The one that I've got at the moment is about 22 minutes long.
Yeah.
The fact that it's the longest video I've made again, and I really like making the longer videos because, like some of my favorite YouTubers make videos this long or like 3 hours long. So it's like, I don't think I'll ever get to that length, but, yeah, so we're playing along with all of our YouTube things. In terms of the personal life, the missus has had the flu recently. She's been bedridden, which is a bit of a shame. She was, I think it was the day before, she was in bed all day pretty much, just sore and just not feeling well, which isn't good. But she's feeling better now. We're off to get the groceries tomorrow. I'm just talking about what I'm going to do with my day now.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the BB Malloy camp, there's been some pretty cool stuff happening recently. So, I released a video of me connecting myself to a member of the North Sentinelese tribe. For those uninitiated, the North Sentinel tribe are a group of people who live just off the coast of India. There has only ever been one successful anthropological mission to this island where they were able to give them food and give them coconuts, and obviously they don't communicate in the same way. They don't really have a shared language of sorts, but they have a protection order, so basically no one can go and visit them. Back in 2016, I think it was, there was that Christian guy who paddled out there and he's like, I'm going to bring them the word of the Lord, and then he got killed immediately. So that went about as well as I think it was supposed to. But so out of the people that visited the island, there was like 2 or 3 notable figures. They were anthropologists, and I managed to find a connection in 6 Degrees to a North Sentinel Island member. So I had a little semi-viral moment. I'm not sure if we got to 1 million views or if we just were at a few hundred thou. Let me check. 385k on Instagram and 403k on TikTok. So not bad numbers, all things considered. Not old BB Malloy numbers, but definitely has sparked off a new new fan base that's starting to grow again. So I'm getting good views, better than I was over the last few months. So here's hoping that trend continues. I didn't put out a video on YouTube, and I promised myself that I would put out one every 2 weeks, and it got to Saturday just been, and I said to myself, you know what, there's going to be a lot of people in my house over the next couple of days. I'm going to take a full day for myself.
Mad unfortunate.
And yeah, look, it happens. And then I'm going to take a full day for myself, and I'm going to try and pump out a video from start to finish. So I started at 6 o'clock in the morning, and by 8:30 that night, I had a 18-minute video from script to completely finished. And it was uploaded with a thumbnail and the whole works. Like, it was completely done. And I was pretty proud of it. Like, all things considered, it's a pretty dark video for the subject matter. It's about Peter Pan and shit.
Sorry, just had to flick the Instagram video like
Oosh. Had to get that up there, and so it's about Peter Pan and its dark origins. It's about what happened to Bobby Driscoll, who was the guy who infamously played Peter Pan in 1953 for Disney, and then was subsequently kicked out on his ass, died very, very early. And J.M. Barrie, who wrote it, being, for a lack of better vernacular, a pedophile. So, like, it was, it's kind of dark subject matter. Oh, bro, there's no way he wasn't. Like, that is a creepy man. He was a diddler.
What a diddler.
A
like,
nonce.
spotting, because I was watching your video about it, and I was like, ooh, like, spotting them as, like, actual young children and being like, ooh, I must have them. It's like, that is gross, dude. He sounds like a Republican, actually.
But yeah, so pretty proud of that in terms of, like, getting the video out in just over half a day, like, proving to myself that from concept to finished product, I can have it done. Yeah, so, like, the script, I've got a bunch of scripts in my Notion page ready to go for the videos moving forward. But,
shout out the Nosh.
Yeah, big up Nosh. And then anything else moving forward, like, I can kind of take at my own leisure. Obviously sitting at my desk, I was able to use my new microphone. Shout out to all the people who chipped in for that. If you're listening, fans and followers and other bits and pieces, you guys all fucking rip. This microphone is awesome. So I'll be using it in long form content from now on. I'm just going to have like essentially just have the microphone attached to my computer and recording while I'm also recording video from a camera.
Yeah,
it's kind of a rigmarole, and unfortunately, there's no way to. So to make a short story long, once you have a video file with audio in your editing software, there's a tool you can use called silence detection, and instead of the boring parts where I'm sitting there reading from the script or picking my nose or whatever the fuck, I can cut all that out without having to physically go through the video and do that all myself, which takes about, I don't know, I want to say 45 minutes off the total editing time. But when you have two separate tracks, be they video and audio separately, you can't do that. And then if you make a compound clip of the two, you still can't do that. So like I'm trying to find a way to circumvent it so that I can still do those things, whether there's a way to make the audio track the video, or if I just, actually that's not a bad idea, if I put them together preemptively as an unfinished track. So you put the audio and the video together in its own project, synchronize the video and the audio, and then export that as its own file, and then load that file into Wondershare and edit it from. Yeah, cool. We've just figured it out. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We've figured it out together.
Nice.
So we'll do that from now on, but the audio is going to be way better. The camera quality is going to be like roughly anywhere between 2K and 4K, which I'm pretty stoked about. And yeah, overall things are going swimmingly. Like, work's getting better. My fucking overall health is getting better. I'm just doing. I've basically done this thing recently, and we talked about it in a previous episode, where if it's not worth my peace, I'm not doing it. So there's a few things I've turned down. I don't know if we spoke about this last week. Oh no, we didn't, or the week before actually, but I know Louis, you and I have spoken about it, is that I have turned down a wedding. I have turned down a gig. I've turned down being a session musician for a local guy, because it's too much work for what I want to put in. And if I can't put 100% of myself into a project or an event, I don't feel like I'm doing that person a good service by doing that. And plus, there's a big part of me that, like, I don't know if it's just because I'm 30 or if I'm just becoming cynical, but sometimes I just fucking don't want to. And that's that's my biggest thing, is I just can't be fucked. And like, it's, with, and I don't even know if he'll listen to this podcast. There's a lot of day ones that claim to be friends and fans that just fucking aren't. Like, that don't, there's guys that have been following me on TikTok since I first started, when I was posting dog shit videos about nothing, that are still coming through every single video, leaving a like and a comment, and just being just the maddest GCs from way back in the day. And I've got day ones that I have literally fought tooth and nail for. People that I have had scraps over, people that I've had scraps with, that I would consider brothers in everyday life, that don't even grace the face of any of my pages, regardless of how often they tell people that they know me. You know what I mean? So, I don't imagine our person in question is going to be listening to this podcast, but
I never liked him.
No, I know you didn't. You were very vocal about the fact that he didn't. So
because he's such a little bitch.
He's a weird dude.
He's such a weird dude, but it's like he always acted like he was better. It's like, nah, dude, you're below us.
So to add context to this, right?
He also tried to drown me once.
He did try to drown you once, yeah. So let's give him a fake name. Let's call him Jerry. Okay, and Jerry, and not because there's a Tom and Jerry sticker on my PC. That's 100% the reason. Okay, so Jerry and I both went to the same primary school in Australia, and we were both...
And fuck Jerry.
We were both Kiwis, and so we started hanging out. And we would hang out at each other's houses, and we became very, very close friends. But in hindsight, Jerry was the reason why I got picked on a lot, because Jerry was a bit of a loser. And... not in the traditional...
bit.
Yeah, well, look, give him just a slight benefit of the doubt here, because we were kids. Like,
no, he tried to drown me. I don't think I need to give him any credit.
It's you're being a little bit dramatic, but that's as is your.
He did actually try to drown me in the pool. I remember I couldn't fucking get above the water because he was pushing down on me. And now he's a little fedora wearing, can't play the guitar, but has a guitar, little bitch.
We're getting there, okay? So anyway, we end up going to high school together. We end up hanging out with a different group of mates, because he is, for lack of better vernacular, a weeb. Loves his anime, neck beard, just your non-deodorant wearing weeb. So we became very distant very quick. I decided to play music and chase girls, because... why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? And then, so he continued his weebdom, and we just left each other to it. And then I moved back to New Zealand. He moved back to New Zealand, I think around a year later, lived in different parts of the country, caught up maybe once or twice. Wasn't anything crazy. We spent a lot of time at each other's houses, probably an unhealthy amount of time at each other's houses, to be honest, but we were both trying to escape something. He had an overbearing stepfather who was very manipulative and mean. And, if you're a fan of the podcast, you know my situation. So, we caught up once about 3 years ago. He came to my house. We actually met up at the bowling alley. He jumped out of his car. He had so much cologne that as soon as he got out of his car, I could smell him from the doors at the bowling alley. But as it turns out, he had been working at Burger King for 9 years straight, had never taken a sick day or an annual leave day, and had all of this backed up money and annual leave. So From what I understand, he decided to take a month off sick, quote unquote, to eat up that leave and then get the rest of it paid out as his severance package. So with his severance package, which was something crazy like $9,000 or $10,000, he decided to go on this big trip around New Zealand. He jumped in his little Nissan and he fucked off around the country. But as is the weebs want, they keep doing cringy shit to put themselves in it. So he grew his hair just to his chin, I guess, left it as greasy as humanly possible, wore the most generic fucking button-up shirt you can find at Farmers and some baggy-ass jeans, the most expensive cologne you can buy, I think it was Dior or something, but he fucking bathed in it. It was disgusting.
Probably dupe.
No, it was like expensive shit. Like the bottle looks like it probably cost about as much as my car. Like it was very expensive shit.
I thought you were going to say cock for a second.
Yeah, bro. It cost about as much as my cock, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, Jerry came around to the house. And Jerry. But we were talking about back in the day and all that kind of stuff. And the more he spoke to me, the more I realized that like how much we'd grown apart, but how much he hadn't grown up. And it was really hard to sort of get on the same wavelength because as far as I was concerned, in his mind, we were still 14 and 15 and like talking about Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny and fucking like just weird shit. Talking about he still talked about wrestling, and I was like, what are you?
As much as that's a good movie, it's not like I will go back and watch it, but I'm not gonna like make it a part of my personality.
No.
Same with wrestling as well. Like we had our wrestling fun.
Oh, definitely.
We still reminisce about wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, like it's as much as like it's still a spectacle now. It's just not the same.
Oh, it'll never be the same. Like
no, but I think it's because we were just we're at the right moment to watch like the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania, or the Edge and some chick having sex in quotation marks on stage, or the Dirt Sheet with the Miz and whoever the other dude was.
Fuck, what was his name? I can't remember. It was something dumb.
But like to keep harping on about that at however old he was, like 40 or something. Not it.
We're
not 40.
We're definitely only 30. Like we were in the same year at school.
I don't know. He's still he's a weird dude.
But yeah, so pimply face, stubble because he can't grow a beard. Just
mad unfortunate.
Oh, dude, it's like it's just mad embarrassing. Hey, so anyway, so
mad embarrassed.
Anyway, so cut to early this year. I get a message saying, "Hey man, I'm getting married," and I was firstly, "What the fuck?" Didn't even know you'd lost your V card in the first place. But like, he'd apparently found a woman who was vapid enough to marry him, and that sounds really mean.
Is she from New Zealand or
no,
is
no,
she
is. She's not foreign. Yeah, that was my first question as well. But no, she's not foreign. She's from here, but she's got that like 100-yard stare. Like shark eyes when there's nothing really going on. Like you come across a few Instagram chicks who are trying to sell you their OnlyFans where it's just they're so glazed over and shark eyes that it's just like, are you even human at this point? Like it's just, I mean, I'm gonna keep scrolling and they're nice tits or whatever, but like fuck, I'm just gonna keep scrolling because you scare me. There's like a sore, dull quality to you that I'm terrified of.
Like the Annabelle doll kind of thing.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah. And it's just the whole thing's pretty creepy. Anyway, so in pictures, she's got that 100-yard stare, that shark eyes thing going on, and I was just like, oh, okay, well that tracks. But and this seems to be a theme because of who I am, and that sounds so fucking wank, but if you think about it in a purely in a purely subjective tense, right? So I am a musician, I am a social media personality, I am an actor, I am an IT guy, yada, yada, yada. I've got all of these hats that I wear, right? So people come to me for advice about parenting, or people come to me for advice about music or socials or whatever the fuck. I have a lot of hats that I put on. he came to me and and still, regardless of how much of a fucking loser he is, he's still one of my oldest and dearest friends because we spent so much time together doing lots of stuff.
Verge.
Still absolute verge vibes. But he came to me and he said, "Hey man, I'm getting married in October. Will you be the MC at my wedding?" And I was like, "No, dude. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't like." Every time a mate from back in the day reaches out to ask if I will go to their wedding or sends me an invite or whatever, it is normally coupled with a request that I provide a service in return. So I can't just rock up to a wedding and be in the crowd and just enjoy the time like everybody else would if they were there. I have to be the musician, or I have to be the MC, or I have to be something. You know, it's always something. So Sam from back in the day, Sam and I were very good friends in the later years of high school. Hadn't spoken to him in like 5 years, and out of the blue I get a message on Facebook, because you're still mates with people on Facebook from fucking years and years ago, saying, "Hey man, getting married out in Fethy. Will you come and play the music while my wife-to-be walks down the aisle?" And I was like, you know what? Yeah, because it's the first time I'd been asked anything like that. Why not? Fuck it. And so I made up some thing in like an open tuning, and it was really pretty, and she walked up the aisle, and it was really nice. And then he said, "Look, and we'd really like you to play a couple of hours at the reception, just to sort of set the mood while everyone's, like, we go and get wedding photos and yada, yada, yada." I was like, "Yep, can do, absolutely." So I played a couple of hours there, and then as the car was pulling up, I went and loaded my gear in the car, went upstairs to see, to get a seat and, like have some food and stuff. And he come over and he's like, "Hey man, thanks again." And I was like, "Yeah, look, no worries." And he's like, "So you'll be heading off, I guess?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I guess so." And he was like, "Oh, sorry man, I didn't realize you wanted to stay for the reception." And I was like, "Well, I mean, like the initial conversation we had kind of sounded like you were inviting me to your wedding." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I mean, look, by all means, we can pull you up a chair." And I was like, "Look, at this point, it kind of feels a little bit forced. So, like, it's okay. Yeah. I'll just cut out." But, like, there was that whole awkward interact. I haven't spoken to him since, but not out of malice. I think it's more out of embarrassment because, like, as far as I was concerned, I was invited to his wedding, and me being the musician was just a side to that, if that makes sense. So I was...
But no... Yeah, you being the musician was the main thing.
That was it.
He was there for. That's gross.
We've run away from gang members together. We've been in fights. We've done all sorts of illicit substances together. We've spent time. I had like a full on A-class come down in his house. Like Ray Charles sweating in his fucking spare bed while I was coming down from something crazy that we'd taken. While he like looked after me and shit. Like we're really close in terms of all the weird teenage shit that you get up to. But I felt so discarded to turn up, play the music, and then be like, "Yeah, bro, fuck, catch." And I was just like, "What do you mean?" Like, and then cut to a couple of years later, it's kind of a bro of a bro situation. Like my best mate of all time, I'm not going to name him on the podcast, but his older brother got married in Topor. Reached out and actually hired us as the musicians. I hired the Dead Zephyrs as the musicians. We came through. I got fucking blitzed real quick because I was, for whatever reason, I was really nervous about this not only this gig but being at a wedding. And I got fucking toasted, like to the point where I couldn't stand up. I was that fucking toasted. One of the uncles down there, tried to sober me up a little bit, flipped the plate and had a fucking black coffee. And I was still like tripping over guitar stands and shit. It was really embarrassing, but I don't remember any of this. But apparently as soon as Jordan clicked his sticks together, it was like I was sober as a judge. So played the whole 3-hour set, start to finish. Apparently... the granddad took over on guitar and they played some Elvis numbers and I danced with the bride. And then I woke up. Oh. Yeah, bro, it was real sweet apparently. And then I woke up like, I don't know, fucking some ungodly time in the morning. Next to my bed was a thank you note from either the bride or the groom, I'm not sure, saying that they had such a great time. And they had a photo booth. And there's like, apparently mid-set, I danced with the bride, and then I fucking disappeared for like 20 minutes and no one could find me. I was in the photo booth taking pictures of myself. And yeah, I don't remember any of this, but I woke up with just the worst hangover I've probably ever had in my life. But that was, one good experience, I guess, that not that I can remember any of it, but, still another instance where someone who I considered to be a close friend, that we called each other brothers, like the only way I was getting invited to this procession was if I was of service. So I've decided, like, moving forward, that I'm just not here for that. Unless you are so near and dear to my heart that I would do anything for you, a la yourself, Crispy, maybe Mum and the Dazmeister, like people that I would take a bullet for, then yes, I will definitely tune up my guitar and play whatever fucking silly song that you and your significant other have been staring into each other's eyes over for years and years and years. Count me in. I'll do anything for you in that regard. Outside of that, like, if we had a loose connection in high school and we kind of say hi to each other when we walk past each other in public, fuck off. Not only do I not want to provide a service for you and whatever miscreant decided to fucking marry you, I also don't want anything to do with your ceremony, so leave me the fuck alone. That's kind of where I'm at with it. So, like, if it's not worth my peace, I'm not interested. Then, yeah, so, like, outside of that, I guess it's kind of like, that's pretty much all I've turned down so far. I've turned down the wedding, I've turned down a gig, I've turned down, like, fucking hell. The side mission I had for this other guy who is... Oh, there's a whole fucking thing here. So basically, what's happened is, obviously, our dear mother had triple bypass surgery. Mom. Big shout out to Mum, who will definitely not listen to this podcast. No. But big shout out to Mum, triple bypass surgery. Fucking solid effort on her part. She's still alive. But no inheritance for us. I mean... it's a bit of a shame. I know. I was really looking forward to that $2.75. But the overarching thing is that the stepdad, the old Dazza Razzmatazz, has been essentially helming the bowling alley at his own behest. And in doing so has said yes to a friend of his playing a gig there, without listening to the music or the band that this guy is bringing in. So just for context, right? The band it's an old school avant-garde punk band from New York City called King Missile. And to the very niche listeners out there, they had one good song back in the day, and they rode off that fame like absolute motherfuckers. And that song was called Detachable Penis.
Nice.
Yeah, so this avant-garde fucking two-piece is coming through good old Master Bowl in a couple of weeks on a fucking Wednesday night, charging $50 a ticket, and during the school holidays, I think, as well, actually, if I'm not mistaken. So solid effort on all accounts from Daz there, but then also didn't listen to the music, just said yes to old mate, and completely trusted that he was not going to cock this up, no pun intended. But essentially, yeah, so I was asked to play bass for this, and I said yes initially because I was interested in the idea of turning up to the bowling alley without telling the parents and just being like, hey, surprise, I'm going to play this thing. But then I listened to the dude's music and I was like, oh, nah, not for me. Like, not for me. And then... Not it. It wasn't the Tahi Chief. Like, I just left him to it. So, anyway, so I messaged him and he messaged me initially and said, hey, look, so we got the Wednesday one at the bowling alley, then we're driving up to Wanganui on Thursday, then we're driving down to Wellington to play Meow on Friday. And I was like, No, like, no. Like, not only is this incredibly inconvenient for all parties involved, there's no money here. Like, I'm not going to waste like what is essentially 6 hours worth of driving as well as gas on top of that, because this dude doesn't drive. So, and neither does his like 17-year-old son. So who's going to be driving? It's fucking Muggins. And there's going to be like, what, $20 chip-ins for gas. He's going to ask to stop for a cigarette every 30 seconds. And I'm going to have to deal with all of that while playing his 3-chord fucking avant-garde bullshit pub rock songs. And I'm just like, you know what? I am good. I'm so fucking good. But I tried to reason with him man to man and say, hey, look, I'll be real with you. Like, I've got a residency at CBK. It's money in my back pocket every week. And he had the audacity to try and shame me and guilt me into taking this fucking thing. And I was like, kind of in disbelief when I read it, because he was like, I mean, like, if I was to make a choice between playing CBK or playing Meow Bar, I think I'd know which one I'd want to play. And I was like,
how many fucking people are going to rock up to a Wednesday night? Was it Wednesday night at Meow?
No, it's Thursday night at Meow.
No, Thursday, even better. No one's going to rock up on a fucking Thursday night at Meow. No. It's around the corner from McDonald's. There are going to be more people at the McDonald's at that time than there will be at Meow when he's playing.
Student night is Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so even then, you know, like, it's like Thursday is fucking, no one's going to be in town anyway. And it's like avant-garde punk that no one of this generation or the previous generation would even fucking know of. And then to come to find out much later on that they're not even touring with a band. It's just 2 guys that were in the band back in the day. So they're bringing like acoustic guitars. I don't think the dude who hit me up about this actually knows and is putting a full band together to play this gig. So he's turning up with a drum kit, guitar amps, the whole bit to make as much noise as possible. And there's these 2 dudes who are in their 60s just looking to play some fucking jams on acoustics and shit. And there's going to be some dude following them around the lower North Island screaming into a tin can about how his missus left him. Like, fuck me.
Yeah. Sad.
But it was just
sad.
Like, it was the fucking, the sentence that got me was, choosing CBK over Meow, that's a choice. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, are you going to pay me?
It's my choice.
Are you going to pay me? Are you going to buy me a couple of Guinness? Like, because I get a couple of free Guinness when I play CBK and a nice feed. And they give me, like, I'm not going to disclose how much they give me, but they pay me every week without fail. I'm very much enjoyed down there, and I can change up my set, play whatever I want, start at 5:30, finish at 7:30, have my feed. I'm home by 8. That's fucking perfect. All I need is a rocking chair, and I'm the happiest man on planet fucking Earth at this point.
Yeah.
Do not corner me and make me feel like shit for playing some grungy fucking shithole in Wanganui or Meow Bar that I have already played before with my band that makes actually good fucking music to a crowd of people who actually paid to be there. And then be like, well, yeah, CBK or Meow, that's a choice. Go and fuck yourself, bro. Like, it is just, oh, my goodness. Anyway.
Like, he sounds like the kind of guy that'd be like, yeah, I played in Wellington. It's like, yeah, so Meow is a good bar, and they do have some good artists there. Like, recently they had, like, Duran Jones, The Indications, and I think BB No Money is playing at Meow.
Yeah, but he's playing
You're not either of
Meow
those...
Nui. So that's different again. So Meow Nui used to be a church, and it's like a medium-sized venue now. Like Meow Nui, if you get to play there, that to me, if you're playing Meow Nui and people are turning up and paying to see you, that's like, it's slightly bigger than San Fran. Like if you get to play the San Fran, that fucking rips. Like Pete Murray played the San Fran. Electric Six and Eagles of Death Metal played at San Fran.
I had no idea that there was Meow and Meow Nui. I was like, I thought Meow Nui was just like its full government name.
No. Okay. So Meow Nui is a different venue, but it's slightly bigger. So the last time Drax Project came to town, they played at Meow Nui, and it goes fucking off. So it used to be a church, and then they converted it into a venue, and then some fucking sleazy fuck broke in their back door and stole their entire back line while they were shut. So speakers, amps, microphones, cables, the whole thing, gutted it, absolutely gutted it. And then through the help of the community and local government, they managed to get some money together to replace their shit, and they're back open as a venue. But yeah, fucking pretty scummy on their part. Some nice Wharfdale speakers and shit went missing apparently. So fuck them.
Gotta love the Wharfdales.
Wharfdale's fucking ripped, dude. Very, very good speakers.
I don't even know. I'd never heard of them until you just said it.
Some fucking Martin audios from Jansen. Shout out Jansen Audio and
Jansen.
Yeah, bro.
Shit, yeah.
Jansen rips. I can't remember the guy's name, and he was super cool. Very, very sarcastic, grumpy old man, but the vibes are there.
Good.
Yeah. He's part of the reason why the Beths got as huge as they did. Do you know the Beths?
I do not.
Okay, they're a chick-led indie rock band, and they absolutely fucking rip.
Maybe I do.
I've showed you a couple of their
sound
songs.
familiar.
Because they're from Wellies. But they ended up, like, they've been on Jam in a Van over in Cali. They've played Coachella. They've played, like, a bunch of huge festivals. And he was like, I just feel like you and I could make a really good relationship here. And I was like, oh, why is that? And he was like, so let me show you something. And he pulls up this email thread. He's very fucking proud of showing people. But essentially what he did was he got the Beths a sponsorship with some sort of, like, avant-garde cymbal brand from Germany. And then the people who make the speakers heard the Beths stuff and was like, holy fuck, these guys are great. And then they flew the Beths out to Germany to play a couple of festivals over there. And then they got their little foothold in Europe. And then they started doing like London and all of these other big places. And then obviously when you're from New Zealand, no one gives a fuck about you here. But as soon as you go overseas and make a name for yourself, you're a fucking hero when you return. So that's kind of what the Beths ended up doing, and now they can essentially be professional musicians making money that way for the rest of their lives because essentially from what this dude says, it's because he started them off with this German cymbal brand company. I don't know how much truth there is to it. It's a great fucking yarn even if there isn't any truth to it. So it is what it is. Anyway, so it's Meow Nui rips. It's a cool venue, and if you've played San Fran or Meow Nui, then you're a name. You're a big name. Like and the Dead Zephyrs and I, we never played Meow Nui. We never played San Fran as much as we would have loved to, but we played Meow Bar to a packed out audience. We played Valhalla to like a capacity audience. We've played the Summer Hummer. We've played some other really cool low key festivals. We did a good dash. We had a good dash, me and the boys. So like I've got no qualms as to what I've achieved by myself as a musician and with my band as a musician. And I don't have to answer to fucking has-beens who didn't really achieve shit with their time. So
who made their biggest song was Detachable Penis.
No, that's not even the guy. It's the guy that's opening for that guy. That's the thing. It's like, it's So I mean, and I'm not going to throw shade directly on the pod, but
go on, do it,
do it. Let the hate flow through you. So, fuck, I'm going to get in so much trouble for this. But Jeff and the Angry Stick. Right. So essentially, like it's that
what a
sort
bunch
of
cocks.
So essentially, it's that level of having a chip on your shoulder, but thinking you're slightly above Jeff and the Angry Stick. That's where this guy is sitting on the pedestal right now.
Gross.
So same level of musicianship, same size of chip on their shoulder, but he thinks he's his arrogance leads him to believe that he's better than them. So
for context, Jeff and the Angry Stick played a gig at a fucking second-hand store.
Yeah, to 4 people, and those 4 people were the owner of the second-hand store and the other band that was playing there that night.
Honestly,
it's look, I
get over yourself, Jeff.
I've moved past it because it took me such a long time to wrap my head around. As much as they might be competing with us, we're not competing with them.
No,
if that makes sense, because we were always leaps and bounds ahead of them. But they kept doing stuff to essentially rage bait us into competition or confrontation. So in 2023 we won Battle of the Bands, the national championship of Battle of the Bands, right? Which is huge. It's a massive deal. Opshop won it, Cora won it. Like, you know, there's some big names have won it over the years. And we won it. We got home. Obviously, everyone wants to talk to us straight off the rip. So the What It Up a Times Age calls us and says, "Hey, you know, how's it going, guys? You know, congratulations, yada yada yada." We've also got a statement from such and such from Jeff and the Angry Stick, and I was like, "Oh yeah, and what have they got to say?" And so apparently, before, like, because it was the weekend, so I was like, "Oh, I won't bother contacting the paper until Monday. I've got an email from them, but I'm not going to respond to it straight away."
Yeah.
Such and such from Jeff and the Angry Stick had reached out to Bella, who is our correspondent lady, our liaison, whatever the fuck, the chick who was dealing with us, and reached out to her already and told them that they were top of the leaderboard on Friday night. So for those who don't know, the national final goes over 2 nights. There's a Friday night set and a Saturday night set, which is bands from all over the country getting together to play their final set for the judges. So, Jeff and the Angry Stick were on Friday.
Wasn't there. I remember the semi-final.
No.
Because there was one
I
band.
think you were in... Where were you? You were in the States by that stage, I think.
I was in the Belly States, I was.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. But I still remember the semi-finals.
Yeah.
And this one band, and they played covers, and the dude was trying so hard to be like Joy Division.
Oh, yeah.
It was real cringe. So, like, I don't know. It kind of annoyed me.
Yeah.
I was like, just, like, be original.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry.
The fact that they managed to get to the semis on covers is amazing unto itself. Like,
yeah, oh shit, yeah.
We took a couple of risks and, like, played some blues covers that no one else would know to play, and we got extra points for creativity in that regard. So we didn't get any points taken off us for playing covers or unoriginality or whatever. We took a chance and we decided to, you know, write it out, which worked out in our favor. But national final, they played the Friday, we played the Saturday. And then it came time for the results. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and they went through all of these fucking categories, dude. Like, best drummer, best guitarist, best vocalist, you know, this, that, and the other.
Did you win best vocalist?
I didn't win anything, and that was like that's why when it got to the end, I was like, "Fuck, man!" He was like, and because I fucked up, like my E string went crazy out of tune right in the middle of rock song, so for half the song, I'm looking through sweat and foggy glasses to try and tune my guitar. So there's no guitar in rock song for like half the song. I was like, oh, "Fuck, sorry guys," you know, like I fucking bottled it. Like we had a really good set going, and I fucking bottled it. And so in my mind, I was like, "Oh, you know, we can always come back next year." And congrats to Dave and the Dirty Humans. I reckon they've taken it out. And
Shout out Dave and the Dirty Humans. Those guys fucking rip.
Oh, they're so good, and they're such nice guys
fucking.
too.
Those are the 2 songs that I heard before we left.
Yeah.
When you guys played at Meow.
Yeah.
Oh, they fucking ripped. I thought they were so good.
Yeah, man. They're still playing well. Keep an eye on their socials and try and catch it.
You know, I follow their Insta, but like the worst part is when they play, it's always like out in when I'm free and it's like out in the hut or like Petone or Potty It's like it's like I just can't make it because I don't have a car and I'm not getting the bus because there won't be any reliable buses at that time.
No,
but they
or return transport. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so they announce all these things, and then the most passionate performer award goes to Jeff and the Angry Stick, and we were like, "Oh yeah, congratulations!" But it's, you know, this chick fucking gyrates on stage and talks about, you know, in her lyrics about how much she craves the body of the man that she loves and shit, who is this sloth-looking gentleman playing bass next to her. And her son's on guitar. So, like, imagine turning up to band practice every week and your mum is talking about how much she wants your dad to blow her back out, and you have to play guitar to that shit. Like, that's like red flag number 1 straight off the rip.
It's giving the Osmonds.
It's giving the Osmonds in a big way, bro, with roles reversed in such a big way. But anyway, enough shit talking. So, so they won Passionate Performers Award. And then, like, they go through these categories. Best vocalist goes to this chick from Jam Rock, which is like the reggae band from Hamilton. I was like, okay, cool. And like, we didn't win a single thing, and I was like, no fucking way, dude. Like, I don't have any delusions of grandeur. Like, I know that I'm a good vocalist, and I know that Jordan is easily one of the best drummers in the country. Like,
100%.
You know, and Brian fucking rips on the guitar, and Crispy's got
Every
crazy
single
stage
time.
presence. Like, it's, you know, it's we had the complete package. So I was like, oh fuck, that's crazy. And then, so they were like in third place. It was like this school band from the North Shore or something. What were they
Shout out to
called?
them.
Yeah, they're little kids, bro. Like fuck, their bass player was like a 10-year-old girl or something. Fuck, what were they called? Yeah, she was.
Fuck
The
yeah.
bass was bigger than she was, bro. But they were so cool. Anyway, so they came third, and then it was like second place, Dave and the Dirty Humans, and I was like,
Yo.
but no. But at that stage, I was like, oh, that's weird. So who's won it? And then like I was looking around, and I was like, oh, there's that band from Christchurch, the Devil Skin fucking ripoff. That was like giving us the filthies while we were on stage. They were like standing in the middle of the crowd, just giving us the most fucking silly look. Like,
What is it? It's like it's almost like a Bring It On or something like that.
Yeah,
like
that was the same
arms
energy,
crossed and
bro.
lips pursed.
That's exactly what they were doing. Yeah, like
Come
arms
on
crossed,
now.
lips
Come on,
pursed, just
gang.
like fucking. Ooh, who do these guys think they are? And I was just like,
Yeah.
all right, love. Like I had sunglasses on. She had massive tats. I was just looking at her tats.
We're Seveldon.
Yeah,
I'm
Seveldon.
trying to say, yeah, we're Seveldon. Come on, gang, let's get out of here.
Seveled skin.
Severed skin, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Gross.
Anyway, so fuck, what were they called? They were called like Red October or something fucking dumb.
Oh, that is so cringe.
Yeah. Oh no, was it
That
Red
is-
September? It was Red something anyway. But we were like, oh my
That's
god.
even
Okay,
worse.
so obviously one of these Christchurch bands has come out of nowhere and fucking just swept us on judges' score or something. But I thought we would have done a little bit better, maybe like third or second. And then it was like, and the winner of the 2023 National Championships Battle of the Bands is the Bally Dead Zephyrs. And
Yeah.
I just went into shock because I was just like, oh, that's incredible. Like, but I was just like, really? Us? Like, and it was not in a disbelief of like, you know, doubting my own abilities, but a disbelief of like, holy shit, we actually did it. Like, we actually cracked the code.
I think because when that was happening, I can't remember what I was doing, but I saw the post, and it was early in the morning your
like
time, and I do remember
2 or
sending
3
a congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yeah!
Bro, the crushing low that came after it is wild, dude. Like when
Yeah.
and
I still
it's like
remember that.
coming back from travel. It's like when you
Yeah.
come back from travel and you've had this amazing experience, and then it's back to the humdrum, mundane shit that comes with everyday life. You know, like, yeah, everyone's saying congrats, and you've got radio interviews and newspaper interviews, and social media's popping off for your band, and people are listening to your track and all that kind of stuff, and that's all well and cool, but I still have to go and fucking work
Yeah.
and pay bills and mow the lawn. Like, you know, there's the crushing low. It's not lost on anyone. Like, if you've ever had something that you're passionate about come to a screeching halt, be it positive or negative, there's this huge void that needs filling afterwards. Fucking hell, is there what? Anyway,
Yeah.
so we ended up playing Meow off the strength of, well, we ended up playing a lot of shows off the strength of that actually, but we couldn't do Summer Hummer 2024 because Jordan was in Fiji with his parents when the date was being arranged. And Stella Lennox, bless her, was willing to, at one stage, told someone, I don't know if it was me or... No, it wasn't me, actually. It was probably Jordan. That she was willing to move the date of the Summer Hummer to make sure that we could play. And Jordan was like, look, that's very flattering, but like I don't think that, you know, because you've already locked in vendors, you've done this, you've done that, I don't want you to arrange this entire thing around us. And she was like,
Yeah.
oh, I respect that, but you're already booked in for next year. So they book in... Fuck, who was it? I don't think I ended up going because I was away somewhere. I can't remember where the fuck I was. Oh, actually, no, I think we were in Padoa. I think we were in Padoa for Matt's 50th or something.
Oh,
Oh, But we were away for something, and so the Mrs. Malloy took the kids. Was it Kings? Or I'm sure it was Kings, actually. Yeah, Kings and a few other bands. And they put up the poster, and then a bunch of fucking social justice warriors come out of the woodwork like, "Hey, where are the Dead Zephyrs? The Dead Zephyrs won Battle of the Bands. They should be on this." And I was like, I had to go through like 5 or 6 people and be like, "Hey, we actually got offered it pretty early on, but we can't do it because, drummer's away, yada, yada, yada. I appreciate this, but the organizers know what they're doing. Like, they're good friends of ours. We're booked in for next year. Don't worry about it." And then you get the other side of the musical coin who can't fucking stand... Well, it's normally just me or Jordan. Like, Chris and Brian generally get along with everybody, but there's people in the music scene who just who hate seeing me succeed, bro. Like, it makes their blood boil, which I take huge pride in. Like, that's massive. If your enemies are seething at your progress, you are doing something right. But like it's a Die Antwoord lyric. Crispy has it tattooed on his leg, and I'm supposed to get it on mine as well. But the quote is, "May my enemies live long so they can see me progress." And it's...
You cut out. I didn't hear half of it.
Oh, sorry. So the quote is, "May my enemies live long so they can see me progress." And it's... Did you hear me that time?
Something your enemies... you actually did cut out again. Your enemies may live long.
No, so may my enemies live long so they can see me progress.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I gathered it, yeah, because I heard progress.
Anyway, so yeah, I've got to get that tattooed on the back of my leg because Chris and I promised each other we'd do that. But
you're gonna be alright with that because you.
I'll get numbing cream. I'll get numbing cream.
Yeah.
I'm resigned to the fact that I'm a little bitch. I love tattoos, but I'm not gonna pretend like I don't need numbing cream because I do. My pain tolerance is incredibly low. I don't look forward to having surgery or dying or anything like that because it's gonna suck even more than it probably should.
The tattoos that we got in Christchurch, I saw it because he put a lot of detail into the body.
Oh yeah, bro.
And I was like, I saw him, and it was just like, I was like, is he fucking scratching my skin off? How much fucking detail is there in an E2 bottle?
Oh, bro, he would have been going deep for that color. Like, in order for the color to like sink into the skin and not just run out, or because it secretes through your lymph nodes over time. So
it looks
like,
wicked though. Yeah.
Eventually you essentially sweat it out through your pits, which is really strange. But that's essentially where the pigment goes when tattoos eventually fade, which is why they start out black and they look super cool, and then they go green.
I saw some guy was like, he's looking at my tattoos like, "Oh, you like a bit of color, do you?" And I was like, "Yeah, a lot of these are representative of like my life, and I appreciate them very much, and they've had a very deep impact." He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I get mine in black line because it's easier." And I'm like, "Cool. Didn't ask, but cool." It's like, yeah, I do like a bit of color. A lot of these things are very special to me, you know? Like, and I'm going to get more color in spite of you. You pretentious nonce. I don't think he was a nonce, but he did act like one. So you like a bit of color, do you? Check out my van.
Yeah, help in the back. It says free candy on the side. But so anyway, jump in this post, and there's a bunch of fucking social justice warriors. Where are the Dead Zephyrs? Where are the Dead Zephyrs? So we go in and we sort of put out that fire, and then you get the Jeff and the Angry Stick and one other band who I don't even know their name, to be honest. They've been in the scene here in the Whited Upper for like
Stick
40
and the Angry
years.
Jeff.
Let's call them Stick and the Angry Jeff. So they're like another one of those bands who's been around in the scene for years and years and years. Never achieved anything. Very acquired taste, let's say. And they, there's a lot more bands in this region that deserve the credit of the Summer Hummer that should be on stage. And then Jeff and the Angry Stick were like, the Dead Zephyrs might have won it, but we actually got the Passionate Performers Award. So, we should have been given some consideration. And, to the credit of the rest of the music scene, no one is pandering to them in the slightest by giving them the time of day. So she had no responses, no likes, no reactions, nothing. Her comment just hung in limbo and nothing happened.
No hits, no butts, no coconuts.
No coconuts. And that was kind of where it got left. And then the other guy makes a nuisance of himself until someone says, hey, look, the bill's already full. Better luck next year kind of vibes.
Yeah.
And then, so cut to February. Was it Feb? Yeah, February of this year. And we were lucky enough and thankful to have graced the stage of the Summer Hummer, which is a huge full circle moment for me. I started the Dead Zephyrs in order to play the Summer Hummer. That was the whole reason I started the band. And I managed to do it. And it was the last time we ever played together, which is it warms my heart and breaks my heart at the same time. So it's a beautiful... I'll never get
a studio version of Mr. Hero Man. You can't. You can't.
But yeah, so
that's all I want.
That's essentially...
I'll leave you alone if you do that.
I mean...
I will stop asking if you do it.
Well, no, because then the memory of the Dead Zephyrs dies because you get what you want. We essentially have to keep ignoring you so the memory stays alive.
But I've been a day one.
You're essentially a Mexican ofrenda for the Dead Zephyrs.
I've been there. I've been there since the beginning, since the beninging.
What's that English meme? That fucking, I've been there for you since day one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, no, you actually
Give me what I want. Yeah. I'm a fan and I deserve this.
Let me get what I want this time. Shout out the Smiths. Actually had a nap to the Smiths earlier today. That was mean.
I did have a nap. I was watching a video about the Portland Trail Blazers.
Oh, dude, for whatever reason recently, and I think it's because I'm fucking old now, but 3 o'clock in the afternoon, man, a crisp spring day.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you better believe I am gorging on the couch, bro.
Were you at work today?
No.
Yeah, because I saw that. I was like, he's online at it's a Monday.
Yeah, well, because So essentially, I woke up this morning, had a splitting headache because I've been eating very little calories over the last couple of weeks and trying to get my eating back under control. And then last night I ate.
What did you have for dinner the other night?
I ate a whole pizza.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, you did. I'm so proud.
Yeah, so I woke up this morning with a fucking cracker of the headache because I had fuck all calories and then all of a sudden I had all of them. So I woke up with a splitting headache. I text the boss, was just like, yo, fucking nah. And then I went back to snoozing. Got up, couldn't shake the fucking headache, So went for a drive, got myself a Monster, as is my want at the moment. Monster's my new... obsession, which is very expensive as an obsession, very expensive.
Yeah,
but I figured that you can get them refrigerated for cheaper if you go to New World. So instead of going to the gassy and paying like $5.50 or a dairy and paying $4.50, you can go to New World and they've got them in the fridge at the front for $3.40, which is great. If they did the same thing for heroin and sold it cheaper in different places, I feel like we might be okay. But that's not going to happen either. Anyway, so I just called in today and just took a day because we've had lots of kids in the house over the week. Over the weekend, we had the niece and nephew as well as another hanger-on, little 5-year-old kid who is having kind of a tough upbringing. So we kind of brought him into the house for the weekend and made him feel special and played a bit of basketball with him. He's an only child who kind of has a bit of a rough home life, so it's always good to do that sort of shit and just watching his little face light up when people interact with him. And we brought a chair out to the basketball hoop, lowered it down to its lowest setting, and there's 4 or 5 kids and me all making sure he gets a bucket, lifting him up so he can get a slam dunk and stuff, and he's just having the best time. So it warms the heart, that sort of shit. But by the end of it, my social battery was very fucking low. And the niece and nephew ended up staying last night, today being Monday, and I was just like, you know what? I need like a day where there's no one at my house, just me and Mrs. Malloy, and I'm so okay with that. Like,
yeah.
It was so we just napped and did a bit of cleaning, and then Dean's auntie came over, Mum came over. We all had a cuppa together.
Oh, did Mum tell you about Uncle Matt?
Oh yeah. He's coming out for 3 months.
Do Do you want to know who she told first?
Uh,
Me, bitch.
really?
She called me, and then she called me, and then I was like, "Have you told Ryan yet?" She said no. I was like, "Ah."
Yeah, it's probably because I
little
missed her
bitch.
call.
Nah, too late. She already told me first.
Nah,
That's
I
how it
probably
goes.
missed her call. Gee, I probably missed her call for real.
Nah,
She wanted to tell
not
me
how it went.
first. Nah,
Not
'cause
how it went.
she said to me today, she was like, Louis is such a virgin and I can't be bothered talking to him anymore. That's exactly what she said.
Weird. That's exactly what Shania says that Mum says.
That's-
She was like, "Ooh." Shania would be like, "Ooh, your mum probably like doesn't even want to hang out with you." I'm like, "Don't say that."
But
She does.
To answer your question, Dean's auntie was here, Mum was here as well, and then Mum left, and in order to avoid any sort of awkward conversation, I came out here and played some Rocket League. So, so I ended up just chilling out here and playing Rocket League. Oosh. Fuck, I'm looking forward to
Oosh.
summer, dude. I got that basketball hoop. Next to when you come over this weekend, we can fucking shoot some hoops. Like, I'm super excited. Like, summer's gonna be massive this year.
Yeah. I'm hoping to lose a bit of weight before then, but probably not.
Yeah, me neither.
So I'll try.
Yes,
I had
indeed.
some Macca's the other night.
Yeah, you
It was
did.
fucking
You
delicious.
fucking slut.
It was so good too.
Yeah.
Went and picked the missus up from work. And
Manners
I was
Street
like,
McDonald's?
oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's the hub.
I
It's the
remember,
place to
like,
go.
there was a guy sitting on the steps at the front entrance, and he was like, "Do you have some change?" And I've just gotten really good at ignoring people.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I did. It's like, you're not worth my time if you like, don't talk to me, kind of thing. Unless
Yeah.
you're someone that someone that is important and that I love.
I mean,
good.
like, if I've still got, because I haven't lived in the city, I still have like a soft spot for the ones that look really destitute, like they really don't have anything, like the ones who are fat and clearly wearing clothes that have been washed in the last week or so, sitting there begging for change. It's like, oh, fuck off, bro.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knows you're fronting and it's bullshit. But the ones
Yeah.
that smell like they died several years ago and they're somehow still alive, or their clothes are just barely fucking hanging on, and they're hanging
Yeah.
outside the Night and Day halfway up Cuba Street. Have you got any change? It's like, nah, but I'll buy you something to eat, bro. Like, you hungry? It's like, yeah, actually, that'd be fucking mean. And, like, I'll go in there and I'll get myself something and I'll get them pie or some shit. I'm not above
Yeah.
that sort of thing, but they have to be pretty fucking horrendously homeless for me to do that.
Yeah. Speaking of donations, actually, at work we had some, because a lot of like charity groups will sit outside
Yeah,
of work.
fucking painful.
We had the Black Wheels, which is
I
the
love those
New
guys.
Zealand,
Yeah,
the New Zealand paraplegic basketball team.
yeah.
I had $5 cash in my wallet. I was like, I'll give it to them because they rip.
Yeah, and they have no government
And
funding.
I was like, do you guys take cash? I've got $5. And they were like, yep. And then he was like, actually, bro, if you pay $40, you can pay for some wheels. And I was like, look, boys, I'm poor.
Yeah.
Okay. $5 cash is what I can spare right now. So there you go. He put it right in his pocket. So now I'm thinking they don't actually take cash donations. I think I just gave it to him.
Yeah.
And then one of my co-workers went out and did the same thing, and the guy said, no, the minimum donation is $40. And I was like, that's disgusting behavior. You can't, like, there shouldn't be such thing as a minimum donation.
Wait. So you did you not go out and be like, can't give me my fucking $5 back? Like, I would 100% have done that. Like, you just told.
No, because he told me the next day.
Oh, right.
And
I
they
was
were
gonna
gone
say,
that day.
It's just like, bro, you just told the bro inside the minimum donation is $40. Are you like pocketing my $5 so you can go get a coffee? Give me that shit back. What the fuck? Like,
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. The minimum donation's $40. And then he paid it. And I was like, fuck, that is so, like, I just couldn't believe they would say minimum donation. Like, be
Yeah.
grateful that anyone's giving you cash.
yeah. Like,
You know,
and shout
like
out the Wheel Blacks though, because they don't
Wheel
get.
Blacks.
Yeah. What did I say?
I thought it was Black Wheels.
Oh no, it's Wheel
It's
Blacks.
Wheel Blacks.
But yeah,
But yeah, shout out to them. I'm sure, like, honestly, no government funding, and they're doing it on their own.
Yeah.
That rips. But maybe work on being a bit more personable when it comes to accepting donations and not demanding cash, because then that really turns people off.
The guys who do it outside of the Wheel Blacks guys who do the donation drives outside of the Masterton warehouse are really, really personable. So I think you might have just got a bad batch.
This was in Wellington, so
everyone's a cunt in Wellington.
Because I just saw he took the $5 and he just put it in his pocket. I was like, "Fuck, he's just taking my $5."
He's 100% just rinsed me for $5.
Because I was like, it's all I had cash in my wallet, and I was like, okay, sweet, all right, I'll just give it to these guys. Do you guys take cash? Yeah, bro, yeah, hand it over, and it just goes right in his puffer jacket pocket. I was like, fuck,
bro, because you you are one of the most non-confrontational people I've ever met. So you would have seen that.
I'll get confrontational. Wallet. Yeah, I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll get confrontational if I need to. Yeah, but that time I was like, I'm not going to put any energy into it because I'm like, okay, he's just taking my cash. It's $5. I'm not going to fight over it. And it also looks real fucking gross of like me being in work uniform.
Yeah, bro.
I go up to him and be like, hey man, can I have my $5 back? I'm pretty sure it's just not for the charity you're trying to raise funds for.
Bro,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, but like I still can't believe they told my coworker that the minimum donation is $40. I was like, that's scummy as fuck.
That's so huge, bro. So
I mean, all I gave them was $5 cash, and I'm really hoping that went towards a real nice coffee for him.
Yeah,
but you know,
it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, right? So like,
yeah,
we came up against, not last weekend but the weekend before, we came up against the Douglasville Vets for the plate final. In the Whited Upper knockout competition, and it was pissing down with rain. We did not have a good day. We beat the Skulls the week before. I think we might have gone in a little bit too cocky, and they beat us 4-1. Pretty convincingly, which was pretty fucking shithouse, all things considered. I jumped into centre back in the second half and just fucking smashed cunts over and just had a good time. Beating up on people that were smaller than me because, why not? And so essentially, they played some illegal players. So
those fuckers.
So but the thing is, like, we could go to Capital Football and be like, hey, they played unregistered players and they played underage players. Oh, is that right?
I would.
But that's the kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. And the reason why is because, you can go and contest it, and they might have to hand over the plate to you for that year, but you'll essentially be going to Capital Football and being like, hey, we got beaten by some kids and we're not happy about it. Like,
honestly, no, like that's something you got to be like, hey, we've been by some kids, but they were not legal kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were so good at football. Oh my God.
They were so good at football, but they beat us, but they were actually illegal. So we'd like the plate, please.
Yeah. So we decided to just leave it at that. I mean, we won second division, so that was enough for us. And in terms of like regional trophies, we actually cleaned up this year. So we got the referees award, which goes to the team that has the best rapport with referees in the region, which is crazy because I've told a lot of referees to fuck off this year. Like,
yeah,
like I never got any yellows or any reds though. Pretty stoked. I got a couple of warnings.
Huge.
Huge year for me. But like, I got a couple of warnings, basically being like, Ryan, shut the fuck up. It's like, yeah, sorry, mate. And then I'll back off and I'll go do something else.
Sorry, uncle.
Oh, sorry, yeah. But yeah, the fucking even Steve Sale, like. Big shout out to Steve Sale. He works really hard refereeing in this region, but like, so I was like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. And he goes, Ryan, just be careful of the blasphemy on the pitch, please. And I was like, what?
The blasphemy?
Yeah, bro.
Right,
and I was
Steven.
like, what? And he's like, yeah, well, there are Christians on your team. And I was like, Christians? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, do those even fucking exist anymore, Steve? And he was like, yes, Ryan, they exist. And I was like, well, fuck me dead. And then he was just like, and the swearing,
fuck me dead, Jesus said.
And the swearing just, it needs to be toned down a little bit. And I was like, what do you want from me, Stephen? You can have blasphemy or you can have swearing, but you can't have both. And he was just like,
it's like,
I'm gonna offer you, if I hear it again, I'm gonna have to give you a warning. And I was like, oh, okay, sweet as. And I ran off and I scored a goal and was immediately like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah,
Running
it
past
reminds
him.
me of the it's that clip, and I don't know what show it's from, but it's like the guy says like, "How do you know what's good for my family, bitch?" And he's like, "Sir, please. You don't have to cuss and yell. Just one of the two is fine." he's like, "Well, you know what's good for my family, bitch."
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of. Sorry.
But yeah, shout out Steve. Like he's a good guy. He's a good referee. He's one of the referees.
No one wants to do the referee.
Fuck no, they get so much abuse, dude. But a lot of them
Yeah.
are in their like 60+ era now. So, like a lot of the older guys kind of just stand in the center circle, and it's a lot of guesswork for them because they can't really see the run of the game. So they're calling offsides without being able to actually see where the play is. They are calling fouls without being able to fully see the ball. So a couple of times this year I've received warnings for yelling at referees and asking, like telling them, don't let them referee the game. Like you're supposed to be refereeing the game. Which they take a little bit personally because like there have been a couple of times where it's like, oh, ref, he's offside. So like he'll blow the whistle straight afterwards. It's like, fucking hell, Lindsay, don't let them ref the game, mate. You're the guy with the whistle. Ryan, that's enough. And I was like, well, I mean, fuck, there's no foul there. You and I both know that, and you've still blown your whistle because you got yelled at. Any more out of you, mate, and it'll be a yellow. And I was like, yep, sweet as. And I run off. Like, I know when to shut my mouth and shit, but like, especially compared to previous years. But, you still have to let them know, like, fuck, man, don't let them fucking ref the game. Like, you're the ref. You trust your instincts. Don't let them fucking yelling at you because they think it's a foul. Like especially if it's Douglas Villa, because those cunts complain about everything.
Oh shit, yeah.
If it's not them, it's fucking Macaulay's. Like, if,
he took the ball from me, ref.
Oh, the Macaulay's. We've spoken about this on the podcast at one stage too. Their whole MO is to call you out for swearing. So like you'll swear and they'll be like, "Oh, ref, he's swearing on the field." It's like, "Oh, fuck off." So pedantic. Just because you're losing doesn't mean you get to be a little bitch about everything. So I just started making up swears. Big up Dave in the centre backs because he was the guy that I said. He's actually been really good ever since, but like that game where I was just like, bro, if you're booty cheeks at football, just say you're booty cheeks at football. Don't make it everyone else's problem. But yes, indeed. So, I mean, look, onto nationwide things and even international things. I mean, Chris Luxon's still a prick. Spent $27,000 on filming a TikTok
44.
video. Was it 44?
It was 44,000.
Oh, yuck. So he spent $44,000
to film
on
a video with
video.
Anthony Albanese about cutting a pavlova up on top of a mountain.
Yeah.
This will bring tourists in.
Oh,
nah, it won't, dog, because everything is still stupidly expensive, you
dude.
bald egg-looking motherfucker.
I was actually doing
They've also talked about... They talked about spending $70 million to try and lure celebrities into the country. It's like, what the fuck is that going to do?
Yeah, not much.
Why not spend that money on things that actually need to be done, like giving
like
teachers and
infrastructure.
nurses a proper wage?
Yeah.
Or some fucking infrastructure issues, mate. Instead of fucking wanting to look good in front of your big, wealthy mates, like inviting Taylor and Travis Kelce to have their wedding in New Zealand, which would be dope if they did come to New Zealand and have the wedding. I just don't think they're going to do that.
I personally couldn't care less. But, like, yeah, I don't think that would do much for the economy either. Like,
absolutely not. It would be a huge boost for, like, social media.
That'd be it.
But is that going to bring in cash? Absolutely not. I don't think that for cunts fucking monetized on TikTok. Doesn't deserve it.
No.
Makes enough fucking money as it is to do a shit-ass job.
Oh, no, none of us are monetized on TikTok.
No, I'm
Like,
just saying he makes enough money.
Yeah.
He makes enough money to fucking shit work anyway.
Yeah. But I suppose that's the shitty part. But, yeah, so, I mean, that TikTok went absolutely nowhere. But obviously, the biggest story at the moment coming out of the States is Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk got necked.
He really did, dude. Like he
and there's a huge division on social media.
Massive division, dude. Like huge.
And
I've been very quiet for that exact reason because it is such.
So obviously there's like people like, oh, no one deserves to die like that, and it's like, obviously not. He didn't deserve to go out the way he did, but if you're going to spew hatred and racism and do all that shit and then be the product of what you've been preaching is how you go out. It's how it's going to go. He's talked about having more lax gun control. He wants to uphold the Second Amendment right so people have more guns. He's talked about how George Floyd died
in
2020, and they made huge amounts of jokes and tweets at his family, and then put his daughter in dangerous positions.
Yeah,
they talked about he's talked about how black people had it better when they were slaves. How he said, if a black person was a pilot, I'd hope they were trained. And it's like, I don't miss him. He was a fucking absolute wanker of a human being. I also found out some really sad news, and that Mum follows him on Instagram.
Yeah, because she kind of tried to defend a little bit. We had a conversation today. It's like she is of the viewpoint that there are things that he says that she agrees with, that he had debates at college campuses with. I'm not going to blow up Mum's political beliefs on a podcast, but it's sort of there are things that the center right kind of believe but aren't completely right-wing beliefs, I guess. I don't know what my affiliation is, I guess. That's kind of where I'm at with it. For me, trans people are trans people. Yeah. I have no issue with trans people. I have an issue with trans men playing in women's sport. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I feel like that's an unfair biological advantage. I don't like the fact that people have insane amounts of pronouns. I feel like two genders is fine. And that your pronouns should be based on that. If you're a trans woman, then you identify as a woman. If you're a trans man, then you identify as a man. That's fine. I got no issues there. But it's the Z, Zim, Zer fucking...
Yeah, like that, because that's taken it to extremes.
Yeah,
I think
I
only
feel like that's
a
a bit
very
much.
select amount of people do that, but they get so popularized because it's like, look at this.
Yeah.
It's like I'm fine with he, him, she, her, they, them.
Yeah, they, them is fine. If you're a non-binary buckaroo, then fucking sweet ass.
It's a part of one of the best jokes. How did the gender fluid samurai kill his enemies?
Yeah.
They/them.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Bro, I identify as big/dog. You know what I mean? It's...
Yeah, absolutely. My pronouns are motherfucker kind of thing, But yeah, I just disagree with pretty much everything he says, because not only that, but he also got absolutely owned at Oxford University by people that actually do research instead of spreading misinformation and lies.
Well, see, that's the difference. Is if he debates Americans who act with passion and emotion, but then he goes to the UK and he actually comes up against people who have done research and act from a place of intelligence and not from a place of emotional, subjectivity. It's, the crack showed pretty quick. It's you believe that this fetus is believes every human has inalienable human rights and yada yada yada. It's yes, I absolutely do. It's this is a dolphin fetus.
Yeah,
and it's okay, that makes sense.
There's one clip, and it's it kind of, it's the worst thing I think I've ever heard, and it's if his 9-year-old daughter was raped,
that he would make,
and she was impregnated, he would make her carry the baby to term.
Yeah.
Why the fuck? A, would you want someone like that on this earth, and B, to be the father of children?
Yeah, so that's
absolutely fucking not.
I completely understand that viewpoint where he said some fucking horrendous shit. It's, to me, when it comes to the attention economy, it's so hard to distinguish what is completely truthful and what is said for clickbait. In terms of how they trim up videos and stuff like that, you could make them say essentially whatever the fuck you want. And there will be verified videos of him saying some wild shit. For me, because I know how the attention economy works, and saying the most wild shit's going to get you the most views, which generates the most, monetization for yourself. I wanna say that even with his views and with the wild shit that he says, like, no one deserves to die like that, I guess. Like,
honestly, it was like I've watched the video.
Yeah, me too.
And it's rough.
It is a rough bro. Watch. That was a big round, bro. It was like a 50 cal round. Like it almost took his fucking head off. Like that was a crazy video to watch.
Yeah, but yeah, like just I think because a lot of what he said has been in long form content and as part of debates and as part of like live shows, a lot of it is verified.
Oh, definitely. Like, I'm not saying there's stuff out there that isn't verified, but it's more like
what gets clipped up.
Yeah, what's been clipped up is wild. Because fucking what's the
when he was like talking, he kept calling someone a chink, like in the audience. He's like, "I'm proud to be a capitalist chink," and it's like,
oh no, that's a bit.
It's like, come on now, dude. You're a man who had his face that was too small for his head and his gums were too big for his teeth. Yeah, you looked like a horse, bro. Calm it down.
Who's the influencer chick? She used to be in porn, I think, as well. Who named her child Aquaman?
That would be
Trisha Paytas.
Trisha Paytas.
Yeah,
who named her kid Aquaman.
Yeah, so
gross.
So yeah, but that when you think about the attention economy through the eyes of someone like Trisha Paytas, who has said stupid shit to get clicks and has said some outlandish things to generate money on social media, you can see where it's like, okay, like I can understand that his viewpoints were fucking crazy and that some of the things that this man said was inexcusable, but there are definitely times where he was more than likely trying to get clipped up for something crazy. Like, I remember she said in an interview once something to the effect of like, what if Sir Isaac Newton had never invented gravity? And I was like, oh nah, she's putting that on. That's a put on, right? Like that's she's just like she's rage baiting. I think there's a certain level of rage baiting that came with Charlie Kirk, but like this verified shit that he did say was reprehensible anyway. Like, but then there's the conspiracy that followed everything that's gone on has turned 80% of Instagram into fucking tinfoil hat wearing crazies, bro. Like I can't remember the name of the guy who shot him. Or allegedly shot him.
Tyler Robinson.
Okay, so
and there were people, because I remember when it happened, they're like, "Oh, this is on the left. They did this. It was probably a trans black person." And it was like, no, it was actually a dude that grew up in a conservative household.
Yeah.
As soon as they found out that information, every conservative was like, we should really pray for this family. Obviously. Bloody fucking blur. It's like, oh no, but if someone else did it that was on the left, you'd be calling for their fucking head. Where was all the passion for this when those two when they did a Democratic woman and her husband was shot down? None of this happened. They didn't get a flag at half-mast at every single school or government building. I think they're not consistent with their rage, and it's because it doesn't play to their audience of brainwashed, cult-like, racist, homophobic, stupid cunts.
Yeah. So there was another story. So there's two. There's the private jet that took off, and turned off its tracker and then returned a couple of hours later. That was within walking distance, and just so happened to take off half an hour after Charlie Kirk was shot. And then it landed back in the same airport in Utah a couple of hours later after turning its tracker off for an hour.
Suspicious.
Yeah, so... And it was within walking distance of the auditorium where the guy was, had apparently shot Charlie Kirk from. The other thing that came up a lot was that... there's two things. So this... has essentially completely distracted from the Epstein files. So,
oh shit, yeah.
He was till 2 days ago was more than 2 days ago now because he's been dead for a little bit. but up until last week was saying in open interviews they should release all of the Epstein files, every single file, including the stuff about pedophiles, yada, yada, yada. So he was advocating to, like, with Turning Point and all of those other, like, platforms that he had, plus his interviews with, like, Republican media and shit, he was advocating for the Epstein files to be released. So there's that tinfoil hat wearing community that reckons that Trump had him shot. And then there's another one with the radical left, where they reckon that because you have to be 35 to run for president of the United States, and at the time of his murder, Charlie Kirk was 31, due to turn 32 in October. It would have been his birthday in exactly 1 month from today. And they were grooming him for the natural successor to the Trump administration. And
gross.
Being that he had the same, if not more, radical viewpoints than Trump has himself, that they got rid of him because the left got rid of him because he would have been essentially an even more right wing fascist type dictator than Trump already is. So there was
also another theory. The two dudes behind him, one of them was like they did a lot of like hand signals and hat signals of what like people in sniper positions would do, of like when to hit a target and all that sort of shit.
Really?
So that was an interesting theory. But yeah, so there was the Epstein one, and then it was pretty crazy to watch. I found out via the missus. She sent me a message saying Charlie Kirk is dead, and then a picture of Paul Revere on a horse, because he is the famous man that told the British coming to a lot of the Americans during the War for Independence.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny, I'll be honest, because, it's another moment in American history.
It's huge.
But it's like it's also foul behavior, because it's like whatever his name is, the FBI director was like, "Rest now, brother, and I'll see you at the gates of Valhalla."
Oh yeah, and that
dude's
Hindu.
Bro is Hindu, and apparently the pagan community are livid.
Yeah, so
that he would even say something like that. Because it's like
the dude who said it is the head of the FBI, who is a Hindu.
Yeah. Kash Patel.
Kash Patel.
And it's like, the pagan community apparently are fucking outraged. It's like,
holy shit.
It's honestly, like, just like, and the amount of videos I've seen of people like, does it feel like everyone else has lost a brother? So no, I don't feel like I've lost a brother. I feel like someone who, kind of, I guess, got what they had coming. I'll be honest. Like, just the sheer amount of fucking disgusting shit he talked about. And the fact that he was like, a few gun deaths a year is okay when we have good gun control. And it turned out he was one of those gun deaths. So, he kind of had what he got coming to him. Obviously, like, he doesn't deserve to go out that way.
No,
especially in front of his family. Like, that is rough.
If anything, it would have been cool to see him do a complete 180 and realize that, he was wrong on a lot of his standpoints. It would, like, the growth of a person, I feel like, is far more important. If you are able to not talk a person around, like, you don't have to convince everybody that your way of thinking is correct. And whoever has the largest platform obviously has the largest audience. I completely understand that, like, everyone's entitled to their own opinion and all of those kinds of things. But there's also that level of, like, is a person too far gone at some point? It's kind of hard to say. Like, someone has done a fucking number on his Wikipedia page, dude. Like, I just brought it up while we've been sitting here. And
really?
Yeah. So under political positions and activities, someone has gone through and essentially put all of the most fucked up shit that he's said under different headings. So
good.
A heading that says Republican and pro-Trump activism. He talks about the storming of the Capitol building. false claims and conspiracy theories. Kirk falsely claimed on social media that the U.S. Justice Department statistics showed an increase in human trafficking arrests from 1,952 in the year 2016 to 6,087 in the in the first half of 2018. He deleted the tweet without explanation the next day after a fact checker had pointed out that the false 2018 number had originated from conspiracy site 8chan. And his other stuff, COVID misinformation, calling it a medical apartheid, his Christian nationalism, LGBTQ plus issues, abortion. Kirk compared abortion to the Holocaust and said that abortion is worse.
Disgusting.
Opposed exceptions for rape, including children as young as 10. Argued that abortion is murder and should be illegal. So someone's gone through and put in all of his most fucked up quotes about shit. Gun rights and Second Amendment, relationships and sexual anarchy, his stance on race with white Americans.
Unironically, whoever did that on the Wikipedia page is doing the Lord's work.
Well, yeah,
because I don't think that guy's getting into heaven personally. He's looking up at us from hell, if there is a hell. Because there's also been a whole bunch of AI videos. Like there was one, it was just before he got shot, and someone had edited it. Like he stands up and he's like, "Trans rights are human rights," and then everyone cheers. And I thought that was a really funny AI video because he can't defend it now. And then there was also another AI video of him with Jesus, and Jesus came. He was wearing an American shirt, and Jesus came up and carried him to the gates of heaven.
I've seen that one as well. Yeah,
and it is gross.
One of the ones that I couldn't explain was that the day before he was shot, someone had the book.
Is it the books?
Yeah. And
the missus showed me this. That was crazy.
But I went to the listing and it's true. Like it's legit. You can see it. Like with your own face, you can see it. That someone published a book on September 9th, the shooting of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. But then so this is the type of shit that they don't talk about is the the American Democratic Party hates this country. They want to see it collapse. They love it when America becomes less white. Also, that year, Kirk posted, "The Great Replacement is not a theory, it's a reality," alongside a Fox News headline that read, 7.2 million illegals entered the US under Biden's administration, an amount greater than the population of 36 states, which later was found to be false. It talks about his stance on African Americans, and fuck me, that is a long paragraph.
Because he was he said some fucking awful shit about African Americans, and it's like, and then there was also this one, Candace Owens, who's also a right wing person who is apparently was best friends with Charlie Kirk, and it's like he disrespected your race. Like how can you be best?
Candace Owens is a plastic African American.
Oh shit! Yeah, she's like, I think someone was saying that it gives like white mum energy.
Oh, definitely.
So you know.
You and I have been watching the same guy, the guy with the dreads and the glasses.
Ebony Warriors.
Yeah, you and I have been watching the same guy.
Him.
I was like, because I'm sure I've heard some of these quotes before, and then it's the same guy.
Yeah. Ebony Warrior. Yeah, I like his shit.
Yeah,
I think he's very well articulated.
Yeah.
He's also, I hope that he stays safe because he's obviously getting a lot of DMs and he's probably getting doxxed.
Yep. And then there's the lady who posted up crying with the information she had about what happened at the shooting and that she doesn't believe that it was the dude. And she posted a video of her crying because she's been getting DMs and random phone calls from blocked numbers basically saying they're coming for her and all this kind of shit. But she posted up a video saying that, "Hi, I am such and such. I might get sad sometimes, but I am not suicidal, and I am certainly not homicidal." But she's like bawling her eyes out. So it's Jesus Christ, his views on Indians, American Jews and anti-Semitism, Islam, immigrant and deportation, opioid epidemic. Kirk blamed the Chinese Communist government and drug cartels for the opioid crisis in the United States. telling the audience that
It was actually an American family.
Yeah,
I
it
believe.
is. Yeah, no, it 100% is. Almost nobody in this audience has a friend that you've lost to the Russian government, but you do have a friend or family member that has died because of the cartels and the Chinese Communist Party, with fentanyl coming into our communities, which is what he blamed George Floyd's death on.
Yeah, he didn't blame it on the guy that was actually kneeling on his fucking neck.
No.
He blamed it on fentanyl. So, not like I said, and I'll say it again, doesn't deserve to go out that way. No one does. But I'm not sad he's gone. I don't miss him. Good riddance, actually, I think is the way that I'd like to put it.
Foreign affairs.
If you're gonna, say all this shit,
Israel
you can't, you can't fucking expect everyone to agree with your brainwashed and wrong takes on the human race, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's some other shit in here.
Gross shit.
His views on Israel and Palestine, obviously.
He was pro-Israel
denier,
for sure.
Denied that Israel is starving Palestinians. Kirk did not, recognize the state of Palestine. I'm very pro-Israel, and my whole life I have defended Israel, apparently. He said, I have a bulletproof resume showing my defense of Israel. Jesus fucking Christ.
Not so bulletproof anymore, is he?
Yeah. Oh, fuck, that was the meme that I saw that I was a bit taken aback by. Was Charlie Kirk is always going to be. Well, no, so what is it? Charlie Kirk is a father of three or something like father of two or something like that. And the quote tweet said, "Can you please use his correct pronouns?" And then it has "was" in quotation marks. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's
because there was one that I saw, and it was like it was the Ebony Warrior dude again, and it was like Charlie Kirk had like 30 seconds of consciousness and wondered what his last thoughts were, and then he put a tweet up of what Charlie Kirk said, and it was like, I feel like I've been shot with an AR-15 as his last thoughts of consciousness before he, was dead.
Yeah.
So
he called Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky a CIA puppet and a gangster who sent his own people into a senseless massacre.
Which he didn't, because Russia invaded Ukraine.
Yeah.
And then he was saying, like, if he was a president, he would hold an election. But there is a law in Ukraine that does not allow him to run an election while there is a war going on.
Oh my God.
It's stated, it's factual. You can find that information anywhere. But because that information was not from any of his, quote, verified sources, he's not going to fucking use it.
I've never really heard a lot of this stuff out of him. Like, I saw this as a completely human. Like, I took this from a completely human standpoint for a lot of it. Like, that, no one really deserves this, but this dude has said some horrible things.
Oh, he's been like one of the worst people.
Yeah.
To have a big platform. Like, and I still remember his Jubilee thing where he was surrounded. And this one woman went up and said, he said something about something, and then he smiled, and then she was like, "Oh, that's a creepy smile." And then he's like, "Oh, so smiles are creepy," like how an incel would say something.
Oh yeah.
And she said, "No, your smile is creepy," because it was. He did have a creepy face.
Yeah, he kind of did. Kirk told his listeners in 2025, I would say, sadly, if we took Taiwan, it would probably start a nuclear war. Our leaders have largely mishandled China. We probably should have taken it in 1950, right after World War II. It's not yours. It's not America's. It belongs to Taiwan.
I think they call that ethnic cleansing. Like when Trump wanted to take Greenland. It's like, not yours. It's been around for longer than the US has.
Yeah.
So,
Kirk promoted climate change denial, calling global warming a hoax. There's a video featuring Kirk and Candace Owens claimed there is no factual data to back up global warming. Are you?
Yeah, because it's not from the sources that it's because it's not from the sources that they want to cite.
Yeah.
Like they could have, it's like the flat earthers. They're like, you can't trust the government because they're always trying to, give you the wrong information. It's like, but you're getting the wrong information. Obviously, there are parts of government that are untrustworthy. Case in point, our own government, they're only in it for themselves. I swear to God, Winston Peters needs to fucking retire. The only good thing he said is getting KiwiSaver contributions up. Fully agree with that. Everything else, go and fuck yourself, Winnie. David Seymour has the most punchable face, and every time he smiles, it looks like he's just farted and he's waiting for you to notice. Also a piece of shit. Has said that we should bring back the tobacco industry because it brings in billions, which it does, at the expense of human health and cancer. So let's not do that. And Christopher Luxon never answers a question. All he says is, and I'll say to you this. It's like, no, fucking answer the question and do your job. I'm fucking sick of having to pay $15 for a block of fucking cheese or $10 for butter. It's like we need some fucking some competent people running our country that aren't gonna fucking be just in it for themselves and to spend $44,000 to go up a fucking mountain without Anthony Albanese. Fuck.
Feel bad?
Cunts. Not really, actually, because we're still in this fucking shithole.
Yeah.
Not New Zealand. I love New Zealand, and I'll probably die here because it's the best country in the world, with some of the best people in the world.
Yeah.
And it's probably the most beautiful country in the world. Unfortunately, it's just run by people that don't know how to do anything for the benefit of the people.
Your voting papers turned up, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mum's.
Cool.
Yeah, for local body.
My vote.
Local body election, so mayor and councillors.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
And it sounds like it's not important, but it's hugely important.
Oh shit, yeah.
Because if we let another fucking geriatric sociopath into the mayoralty, nothing will happen for the next 4 years. So it'd be really good to get some young blood in there.
I think Tory Whanau was trying to run again as well, not for Wellington mayor, for something else.
Oh,
and
right.
Our local,
because your constituency is still technically White Upper, so
yeah. But being in Wellington, our MP Tamitha Paul has endorsed her. It's like I don't want to vote for someone that doesn't know how to fucking run the capital of New Zealand. They have said that $180,000 is not enough to run on, not enough to live on. It fucking is.
That's huge. It
is
money.
More than enough to fucking live on.
That's $100,000 more than I earn a year.
Absolutely. She also won the lottery.
Oh yeah.
And she was also fucking caught trying to big up herself. I shouldn't have to pay for this. Do you know who I am? And then apparently she was noshing someone off in the bathroom.
Oh heck.
So consider my vote not for her,
yeah.
And instead for someone else. Not for the guy that runs Wellington Live. He's awful.
Yeah, he really is.
There's a guy that runs a Facebook page that goes around just filming everything.
Oh no, I know. I've seen it.
Yeah. And it's awful.
It is. Christ on a bike. Anyway, I reckon.
Yeah.
We should probably fucking call it there.
We should probably call it there.
Yeah, because it's been a good
bit of a rough
hours.
end.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's always going to happen. It's always going to be. It's always going to be a point of contention when people of different socioeconomic backgrounds have their beliefs about government because they've been raised to see it a certain way. But one thing we can all agree on is that just hate is bad, I guess, is probably the most
not great,
basic way I could put it. Yeah, I mean, genuinely, there isn't a lot that people can do that is going to affect you in your personal day-to-day life.
No.
So, I mean, I feel like people should just let people do not whatever they want, because obviously there's parameters we have to abide by when it comes to living in society, but there's a level of just fucking mind your business and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And don't drama farm. It all boils down to don't be a dick. It's essentially
Yeah.
it all boils down to don't be a dick. So I'm going to offer the constituency of the Oosh brothers a don't be a dick Oosh.
And I'm going to offer, on a lighter note, I just hit 205 subs. So, oosh to that.
Oosh indeed.
Oosh.
Oosh.
Right. Oosh.